Welcome to the Weekend Live Show.
508.
We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night.
508 is where I'm from.
Let us know in the comments right now, where you repping?
Where I'm from. 508 is where I'm from.
Marshfield, New Bedford, Brockton, Malden, Tucsonville, Manchester, Albuquerque, Hanson, Hubbardston, Quincy, Hudson, Dartmouth, Manhattan, Conway, New Hampshire, the Garden City, Agawam, Poison, Plymouth, Pittsburgh, Lake Titicaca, Los Angeles.
You toothless, yeah, cause we're ruthless, yeah, that's some true shit. You don't wanna mess with cheddar in this cap, we left your catch in the ambulance.
You have a job? What do you do?
Leave your clothes, buddy, and
I start
then we're scooping up your pants. 508, where I'm from. 508 is where I'm from.
You lived, I'd come to your house, I'd sit outside, roast marshmallows right in your fucking yard.
NFL on the house, come on, Dad.
Let's get this party started, shall we? Yo, what's up, Turtle Riders? How's everybody doing out there tonight? Good, excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Uncle Turtle Boy. We're here for, usually we do this on Saturday night, but had some Notre Dame football last night. They won. That was good. They're kind of back in the picture after a tough start. So I was doing that last night, so we had to delay it till tonight. I apologize for that. But we do this every Tuesday and Saturday night, normally at 9 o'clock. So if you're new here, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because sometimes, which we also do, impromptu lives. Like, you never know if I'm going to go and protest somewhere or give a speech somewhere or who knows what. So smash that notification bell so you get notified every time that we do an impromptu live like that. All right. So also, guys, we're moving our shit. This might be one of the last times we do it on here. We're moving our shit to Locals. We started a locals.com channel, and I got a blue check mark on there too. So I was actually recruited by Locals after that viral tweet a few weeks ago. It's a company owned by Dave Rubin. It's like an alternative social media platform thing. He retweeted me. Anyway, I got contacted by them, and they were like, yeah, you should use our platform and we'll give you a blue check mark. And I'm like, yeah, let's test it out. They have a monetization factor, so I'm all about that. So I don't know if we're going to also do it on YouTube moving forward, but they're also owned by Rumble. So I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work, but eventually, guys, I'm moving all my shit. I'm not doing YouTube anymore. I'm trying to wean us off of YouTube because I just refuse to, unless Elon Musk buys Google, I'm not playing the stupid games anymore. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. We had some video taken down earlier in the week. We were not even supposed to be live on here right now. We got a strike because one of our like weeks in review things from 3 months ago, we use background music, an Eminem song. And, usually when that happens, you just can't monetize it, but we can't monetize anyway. But we got like a strike for that. And they said, you can't stream for a week. And so we appealed it because it's whatever, like you're allowed to use it as background music. You just can't monetize it or whatever. And we won the appeal. But it's just like, that means that some asshole out there just, is reporting our shit for fun. And YouTube's just giving into it. It's like, I'm done playing this shit. Like we've done this before with Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, and they didn't have competitors, so there's really nothing you could do about it. But YouTube does have a competitor. They go on Rumble. Please post on your website how to access the new platform. You just go to rumble.com. Download the Rumble app. I got it on my phone. We have over 500 subs on Rumble, so download the Rumble app and the Locals app. I mean, it takes up like no space on your phone when you download these apps. Download those apps. And we're going to be moving to there, migrating slowly but surely over time. Obviously, the downside of this is that YouTube is much more popular than those, so there's going to be less people on there. But you know what? You got to start somewhere. And I'm done playing these freaking games. I'm done playing Google's games where you have to pretend that the truth is not the reality. Like the reason that we can't monetize the channel in the first place is because I said a thing like a year and a half ago when Biden gave his speech about how they were getting a little sick and tired of us not getting the jab. And then it turned out, oh yeah, the jab actually is completely unnecessary and does absolutely nothing to stop the spread of COVID. Like it did nothing at all. And by the way, a report was put out today by the Surgeon General of the state of Florida, the state that handled the pandemic better than anyone, that, oh yeah, the mRNA jab. I mean, it's like, I'm like, listen to me. I'm not even saying it's called a vaccine. It's called a fucking vaccine. That's what they call it. Okay. It doesn't work. The mRNA, it doesn't work. You want to strike me for that? I don't give a fuck. I'm done. I'm done censoring myself to please the Google guys. They can suck all the dicks. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm not doing this shit anymore because guess what? There's alternatives out there where you can go and you can tell the truth on those platforms. So we're going to do that. I'm done doing this fucking game where we call it the climax and we use coded language and we do the shit. I'm not doing it anymore. Because I'm not going to like not tell the truth to please some fucking blue-haired piece of shit in San Francisco who doesn't know shit about his science anyway. Like the Surgeon General, like I said, of Florida today. Sorry for going on this rant, but he had a tweet put up today that they put out they did a study and they found out that, oh yeah, it's causing problems with myocarditis with people aged 20 to 39, males aged 20 to 39. That's a demographic where a significant amount of people have lost their jobs for not getting the stupid jab. And it turns out it kills you. Like when you're young, like if you are more likely to die if you take it than if you didn't take it. Like you'll probably be fine either way. Like, let's be honest, you're probably not going to die if you get it. But if it doesn't do anything for you, why would you take the risk? It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. So I'm not doing it. You know, I mean, I'm just done playing this. I'm done hiding. I'm done using coded language. Like, I'm not doing it anymore. So we're going to be going to Rumble. So go on there. Just search Turtle Boy and Rumble. Go to locals.com. Do it all. Okay. Follow us everywhere because that's how it works. All right. Anyway, so that's my rant about that. All right. Let's bring Deb on. Hey, Deb. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, sorry for the delay there with my rant. I wasn't expecting to do that, but I just got fired up. You know, I got fired up.
That's all right. You're allowed.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm just done with it. I'm done with the masks. I'm done with the Ukraine flags. I'm just done with these same people. I'm done with the blue-haired assholes. Like, I'm done with them. I'm fucking done. I'm gonna go off on them tonight. So, anyway, guys, I went ahead and I shared the link to this stream on the various social media pages that we run. My personal Facebook page, Clarence Woods Emerson, follow that. The group Facebook page, Turtle Boy Daily News, follow that. Like that. There's a Turtle Boy OnlyFans page. Don't search that on Google. Search something completely different will come up if you search my OnlyFans on Google. Search it for on Facebook, and it's like a group. I'm not even participating in that group. It's a fan-run group. It's like 25,000 people in it or something like that. And they share content and story ideas and stuff like that. It's fun. It's community. On Twitter, I'm at Dr. Turtleboy. That's DOCTOR Turtleboy. Because if Jill Biden is a doctor, then I am definitely a doctor. And you can also follow me at Turtleboy Phone. I've decided what I'm going to do with the Turtleboy Phone account. I'm turning it into a parody account. I need like a Turtleboy parody account. So we're going to do that. Because I'm like, what do I have these two accounts for? And like, I need like a parody one. Anyway, so yeah, we're also on Instagram at Turtleboy_daily_news. Follow us pretty much anywhere. All the links for like various podcasts, Spotify and stuff are in the bio below. Oh yeah, by the way, like I mentioned, we are banned from monetizing this channel. So you can't do the super chat function, and that's fine. We're used to that. So we went ahead and we built our own. And this is another reason, by the way, we want to go to Rumble and locals because we don't have to do this ghetto shit anymore. I'm so sick of this pretending like I'm just sick of being treated like I'm the problem. Like I'm like a bad person. They make you feel like you're like, oh, well, you know, when you got in trouble as a kid, it's because you were bad, right? You know, you were naughty. You didn't listen in school. You did something you weren't supposed to. You were bad. You had to go. You didn't get to go to recess. Something like that. Like I'm permanently like that now. Like I'm permanently bad. And I don't feel that bad. I don't think I'm that bad. Yeah, I have some opinions that not everyone agrees with, but they make you feel like a bad person constantly. You're a bad person. You're so bad that we're not going to allow people to give you money. That's how bad you are. What the fuck do you care? Who's giving me money? Like, asshole. So we went and built our own thing. It's called Turtle Chat. I just put it in the comments there. I pinned it. If you like what we're doing and you want to support the kind of renegade journalism that we do here at Turtle Boy Daily News, you can click on that and you can donate whatever amount of money that you want. When you do that, you get to do a little message that I will get, and I will bring it up on my end like this. Boom. Glam Suze, for instance, sent 25 big ones. She said lots of love and support for Ramona. That was the other day. Our friend Ramona Bessinger. We wish her the best. I got more coming on that story this week. Trust me, it's not good. But you can do whatever you want. I would personally recommend doing a message like calling out somebody that you don't like. That's what I would do, because whatever you put up there, I'm going to put it up there. So it doesn't matter if you have maybe your baby daddy owes you, child support, or somebody stole your food stamps. I don't know, whatever you want to put on there. It is your turtle chat, so you can put whatever you want up there. Oakley Dokley. You can also donate via cash. Thank you very much, Deb. That's very true. Cash App, $ Uncle Turtle Boy. I will also get a notification on my phone when that happens, and I will read them off. When you're doing that, you are supporting the program. The best way, I think, that really to support the program, though, is just to join Turtle Club. There's a link in the bio for it below. For $15 a month, you get ad-free on the website. When you do that, you are basically you not only do you get ad-free, you also get a free t-shirt, and you get access to a Thursday night stream that nobody else gets. It runs directly off tvdailynews.com itself, so there is no YouTube for that. So yeah, go ahead and do that, and I promise you'll have a good time, and you'll be supporting what we do, because the biggest problem I have, quite frankly, in monetizing the site with advertisers is that they get contacted and harassed by these assholes who don't like us, and eventually it just becomes a pain in the ass for them. And I'm like, okay, well, that's something outside of my control. So why don't we just do it so that you're the customer instead of the random businesses advertising on the website? And so by doing that, you're basically making it so that I don't ever have to censor myself. I don't ever have to change content. I don't have to worry about anything. It's great. So join Turtle Club if you really like Turtle Boy, and you'll have a good time. Okay. So let's just jump right into this. Did I forget? Oh, I forgot one thing. Where you repping? We like to start off every live show, guys, on the weekends with a little thing called Where You Repping. So let us know in the comments right now. Where are you watching the live show from tonight? Go ahead. Hey, Big Daddy. Hi, Carrie. Billerica is in the house. Excellent. Tucson's here. Apache Junction. Chelsea's in the house. West Tisbury. Manchog is here. Dennisport. On my way to Naples. Italy? All right. Buzzards Bay. Glendale, Arizona. Scituate's in the house. Unc's Comfy Bed and Birthday. Buzzards Bay. Mattapoisett. It's a Sunday night, Carrie. I guess it's Columbus Day weekend. That's okay. Fitchburg, unfortunately. Malden. Charlton. Dudley. Norfolk. Manchog is here. Webster's in the house. Charlestown, Hudson, Auburn, Pennsylvania. Let's see. Worcester, Dorchester, Dark Side of the Moon, Brockton, the tiny space between Stacey Barnes' eyes, which is tiny due to the fetal alcohol syndrome. That's pretty specific. Milan, Michigan. All right. Webster, Sullivan, Wisconsin. Holden's in the house. Oh, join the club. London, Ontario. ICU at Memorial Hospital. Oh, geez. That's the downer. Let's see. Mashpee's in the house. Buzzards Bay. Scituate's here. Excellent. Wakefield's here. In bed with Lawless's mom. Yikes. Clinton is here. Malden. Naples, Florida. Okay, I see. Billerica. Another Billerica. Excellent. Louisville, Kentucky. Weymouth. Dudley. Lexington. Arlington. Okay, if I missed you, I missed you. I love you all. Let's get started with the program there, Deb. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Okay, so which one do I want to start with?
Trinity High School?
No, I want to start with the Kylie Kirkpatrick story.
Okay,
Can we start
so
with that
you
one?
Changed your whole order again.
Yep.
I love
it. I switch it up. You never know. I want to start with this one because this one's getting interesting. Did you watch her in court the other day? I posted the link.
No, I didn't.
It was great. Okay, so raise your hand. Show of hands in the comments, because I never know who's been around how long. Vote 1 if you remember Kylie Kirkpatrick, if you were around for those original stories that I did on her in very early 2020. Vote 2 if you're like, who the fuck's this chick? I'm kind of new here, and that's fine too, because everybody joins Turtle. Everybody starts riding the Turtle at different times. I just want to know how familiar people are with this bitch. She's a real peach.
Oh, a lot of people are familiar with her.
Okay, that's cool, but some people might not be. So I just want to know how much of a background I have to give here. All right. So real quick, just reminder of what this woman did. Basically, her son Rian was 9 years old, and he attended the school in Napa, California. Napa is northeast of San Francisco, towards Sacramento, and it's like wine country. It's where Gavin Newsom got caught. It's a wealthy area. I've never been, but I'm sure it's quite lovely. And this woman there decides that she is going to shame the local elementary school, or one of them, because she said she made the news because her kid Rian, the 9-year-old, allegedly used his allowance to pay off his classmates' school lunch debts. And by doing so, it made it seem like the school wasn't giving kids lunch, like they're making kids go to school hungry and stuff. And so this was picked up everywhere. Like if it was like a feel-good story, right, that got her a lot of attention, but it also brought a lot of negative attention on the school and the PTA there and the administration there, because it made it seem like they were starving children. So it wasn't like some victimless lie. And the school had to shut down their Facebook page because there's like pictures of kids on there, and all of a sudden they're getting insane amount of traffic from this because her story of the kid using his $75 in allowance to pay off school lunch debts of his classmates, that got picked up by a lot of left-wing politicians. Like Gavin Newsom invited him to the State House, took pictures, actually proposed legislation that was passed in California that banned lunch shaming, they called it, which, by the way, I think the most important part about this is it was never happening. Like, so kids, these debts, that there was debts. Like sometimes kids don't pay their lunch, school lunch, right? And you know what the school does, Deb, when that happens?
They just they bill the parents.
Yeah, and what happens if the parents don't pay?
That they still feed the kid. They
just keep paying. Like these debts just roll over. Like it's like that's a hint here, guys. Like if you owe school lunch debt, you don't really have to pay it. Like you don't really have to. They're not going to do anything at the end. It's kind of like toothless, and so it's just like they send you a bill that they would like you to pay, but if you don't pay it, then your kid's still going to eat anyway. So it is what it is. Anyway, because I mean, it's California. It's like a liberal state. It's a very liberal part of the country, especially the north of the Silicon Valley area. Like they're not going to let kids starve. That's not a thing that they're doing up there. And so Kylie Kirkpatrick makes it seem like it is, though, because this kid is, first of all, he's not even cute. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't care if this is controversial or not. That kid sucks. All right. I didn't want to talk about the kid. But like, I mean, it's too late for that kid. He's turning into, like, he has been taught that lying and misrepresent and scamming is like a good thing. And I've heard from like other parents who tell me that, like, I mean, the kid was just taught, it's not his fault. He was raised to be an asshole. He was conceived in a closet at a rehab facility, for crying out loud. And I saw the pictures. I'm like, I don't even like this. Like, that kid's not even cute. He's not even like, you don't even like this kid that much. Like, he's not even that likable. He just looks like a punk. I don't know. I don't want to shit on the kid too much, but that's just my feeling on that. But anyway, she uses this kid, and he goes and Bernie Sanders has him, and we'll see some of these shortly. Some of the Bernie Sanders used him in a campaign advertisement. Kamala Harris really did. Of course, I mean, she's the dumbest of them all. She's the dumbest of them all. She still has her Jussie tweet up, for crying out loud. That's how stupid she is. And all these idiots. And it was all on, like, I didn't see any conservatives. I mean, if there was a conservative doing it, I would have called them out too. But it seemed like it was all liberals because they were using them for political purposes. They're basically saying, like, we need more lunch programs. It's a liberal thing. And so they all were like, this kid's useful. We can use him and his stupid story. We're not going to look into it. But the people of Napa, most of whom are liberal themselves, they knew the truth. And they started to contact the local newspaper, the Napa Valley Register, and let them know, hey, actually, number one, these school lunch debts aren't a thing. Okay. Number two, she started a GoFundMe for it. So she didn't even use his allowance. And by doing this, getting this story out there, which she made sure was out there, and she's the one that contacted the newspaper, she got a lot of free shit out of it. They got tons of free stuff from Nike, merch that she ended up selling. free tickets to the goddamn Super Bowl. You can't imagine. Like, go and read the 7-part series on it. Like, it's wild, all the free shit this lady got. And she's just trash. I mean, look at her picture there. Look at the tattoos. Like, she's a trash bag. She's literally been to jail for larceny before. She's a former addict who conceived her son in a closet and then pretended that the dad had Alzheimer's, that the dad died of ALS, not Alzheimer's, ALS, to get free tickets to an athletics game. And by the way, Ryan never met his dad. So there's that. And anyway, so she ends up, because of our stories, I got contacted by the Napa Police Department, like, I don't know, a week or two after the blogs were written. A nice detective there by the name of Darlene was very interested in the story because I feel like their community was made to look bad by this woman. They were smeared. And so she looks into it, and I did not see this coming. She got charged with like 8 felony counts of fraud. And so, like, the victims in this case are hilarious. It's like the Philadelphia Phillies are a victim, the Oakland Raiders. Like, it's wild, all these people that are victims in the story. But anybody who gave money to her is a victim too. And there's a lot of people that did that. So after that happened, she moved to Warren, Rhode Island. Why there? Because her daughter, Anastasia, lives there with her boyfriend or her fiance. I don't know if it's a husband. And by the way, we're going to see, why don't we just start going through the blog, Deb, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 7-part investigation. Nope.
That's the kid.
No, I was fun to read that. Okay. So, yeah. Did I forget anything there? She has an extensive background. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and the cherry on the piece of shit Sunday was her scamming and threatening members of the deaf community. That was my favorite, by pretending she wasn't licensed to do what she was doing there, but she did it anyway, just to get free tickets to concerts and stuff. And then she wouldn't show up to events, so deaf people wouldn't understand what they were saying. Anyway, let's just scroll through real quick some of the, there's, play that ad.
Look at this one, right? Talk about hope, huh? Talk about hope.
Ryan anonymously paid for the outstanding debts.
I don't want them to be worried about paying lunch tax. I want them to worry about just being a kid.
You figured out the power that one individual can have at whatever age to lift other people up, and that's really, really important.
Thank you.
I think you should run for president one day, because that's the kind of president we want, somebody who's in the business of lifting other people up.
Okay. Yeah, Melanie's here. Melanie's from Napa too as well. I believe Melanie, I don't know if your kids played football with Ryan or something, but I heard Ryan had like a reputation in the league of just being like a little shithead and stuff like that. And the kid's already scamming. I mean, he's 9 years old. He knows this is a lie. And he's being taught to participate in it. And of course, Kamala doesn't give a shit. She's like, yeah, this is perfect. I can use this kid. We're both phonies. It's great. So anyway, yeah, keep going. There she is. Oh, good God. Good God. Here's another lady using them. And let me read this woman's tweet. Liz Krause. She's like an ABC reporter in San Francisco. I love this story. That's all I need to see. And that kind of sums it up right there. I love this story. None of these reporters and media outlets cared what the truth was. They just liked the story. Like, that was it. Like, they didn't care if it was true. And they wanted it to be like all true because they liked the story more. Keep going. He was horrid. It doesn't surprise me. Hillary's still got her tweet up. I mean, keep in mind, this has been exposed as a scam. This woman's been arrested and charged, and it's still up. She came to Rhode Island. They met with, like, the mayor of Providence. They met with some state reps there who passed a similar bill. Like, it's unbelievable. Oh, she was at the Super Bowl. Is that a video? Can you play that?
I got a question. Did you go to him because he has that sign on your face, by the way? Oh, that sign?
She brought I mean, this is how insane Kylie Kirkpatrick is. You can stop there. She brought a Kirk Menefee cardboard cutout just so that he would be more likely to take a picture of it. There he is with the fuck. Why am I drawing a blank?
Super Bowl tickets.
No, the player. That's not Roger Staubach. Why am I? The Oakland Raiders, great. I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, she met them all. He's a Hall of Famer. He's important. Anyway, she ends up getting arrested and charged, all courtesy of really the Napa Police Department and Turtle Boy taking this bitch down, and all the people that helped me out with the story from Napa who sent me all the details on this, because I'd never heard of this before I started getting contacted by these fine people. Keep on going. There she is getting arrested. Excellent. Yeah, memes. Yeah, so then COVID happens, and I've been keeping up with her court dates. I always go in there with my thing.
Just like that. Hey.
Oh, God. Okay. So anyway, I did notice that this guy, I'm like, that old Shannon LeBerry's page there, the Turtle Boy Secrets page, that was a little bit obsessed with me there. I was always curious who's like joining this. And I noticed one day, about what, some stupid post about how I'm going down or I'm going to facing charges or whatever nonsense.
Oh, yet another charge.
Yeah, I'm going down. Yeah, I'm going to be in charge. And I would see who liked it. And I noticed one day who likes it, Giovanni D'Souza. So I'm like, who's this guy? So I click on his page and he's engaged to, keep going. He's engaged to Anastasia Kirkpatrick.
Anastasia?
Anastasia. I think they call her Annie. And there she is. Okay, so I don't know if she's in on the grift, but as far as I'm concerned, they're all the same. Yeah, whatever happened to the storm? There's the storm. I guess
I'm still waiting.
Jim Plunkett, thank you very much. Okay, so I guess Ryan is basically living with them now, and Kylie, she moved out here. He's a scumbag. You can keep going through that. Let's get to the GoFundMe. Okay, so the terms of her release dictate that she can't use social media or try to scam people out of money. Now, but what is and isn't social media is a little bit gray area these days. So it makes it difficult for her to earn a living because she scams people on Facebook for a living. But about a month ago, I get sent a link to two blogs that Kylie started. And one was about her alleged battle with cancer. I see Kylie has cancer, and it's just like I immediately assume this is fake. No doubt about it. I don't know anything. I haven't seen her health condition, but boy, you cried wolf. Like if you're a professional scam artist and you all of a sudden have a GoFundMe because you say you have cancer, like not only are like you want people to feel bad for you. That's her number one goal is feel bad for me. Feel bad for me. I have cancer. You have to be nice to me now. Oh, how convenient that you just got it right around the time. That's very interesting. Okay. And it's like, cervical cancer too? Anyway, she also had another blog called The Carceral Show that she used to defame people before she goes to jail. The websites are no longer up to date, but we did screen record a blog post that she made smearing an unnamed man who fought addiction and another baselessly accusing a well-respected Napa man of raping her and threatening to hurt him financially. By the way, she claims, so this is insane. In her blog, the Carceral blog, she says that she was digitally raped in the bathroom in middle school by some guy who is now a well-known philanthropist in the Napa area and owns like a bunch of nonprofits, and he's got MS, so he's in a wheelchair. So that kind of narrows it down if you live in that area. And that is done obviously imagine she says she got cancer from it, that she got digitally raped from
the rape. Yeah, that's
from the 8th grade. Don't you hate when that happens when you get finger blasted in the middle school bathroom and then 30 years later, oops, I got cancer. Oh, yeah. Right when I'm going to jail too. Funny how that happens. Interesting timing.
Timely as fuck.
Yeah. So she let me read this. It's like look, what did she say about this guy? Counting down the days to when I start cancer treatment. I wonder if I should reach out to my attacker and update him on my status. After all, we maintained a sense of civility given the power and authority his family has yielded over generations and the influence his family has had over our shared community. Although there is a statute of limitations on assault and battery, there is no expiration date for a civil suit requesting damages for the trauma caused so many years ago. I wonder how his nonprofit would respond to his admissions and apologies, and if his donors would continue to raise millions for the organization that is raising money for his own affliction. He posts, that's MS, he posts pictures and videos of elaborate fundraisers with all the Napa's finest and richest that include local leaders, even law enforcement. I wonder if he's considered everything I have experienced because he decided to hurt me because he lost his dad in 2019 and his dad decided not to tell us he was sick. I want my son to have the privilege of knowing my truth and fighting this deadly disease as a family. Fast forward to now, he is still a preteen, driving me nuts and being my love bug. Today, he brought me home this necklace because I earned it. Tell your loved ones the truth. They want to be okay. So basically, she's saying this guy is like, she's basically announcing, I'm going to shake this motherfucker down. That's her way of saying, look, dude, if you don't give me money now, I'm going to start yelling rape and it's going to get ugly and you're not going to want that. And so she has a nice little picture of a x-rayed vagina there. That's great on her GoFundMe that raised $1,410, and go down. It had 21 donors at the time. So let me read this. So go back up. See, it says Kirkpatrick family on it. It doesn't say Kylie Kirkpatrick. It says and family. Well, it's really just her and Rian, and so it's like she can't stop using this kid. Like Rian doesn't have cervical cancer. What are you talking about? Anyway. She's raised over $1,400, and I'm just going to say I think she's making the whole thing up. Now, in court the other day when I was watching this virtual courtroom hearing, her court-appointed attorney was like so outraged, like so offended by the fact that anyone would consider it. Say, there are people online, Your Honor, that are saying she doesn't have cancer. That is unfathomable that anyone would say that. Oh yeah, because this woman here has a great reputation. God forbid we question whether or not she has cancer. And by the way, she looks jolly as fuck. Like she looks well fed. Like she's put on a little bit of weight. And she says she's had her 5th round of chemo.
Yeah, no.
Okay, 5th round of chemo. So my mom just beat pancreatic cancer, thank God. And the first round, she's like, oh, this isn't so bad. The second round knocked the shit out of her. Like chemotherapy knocks you fucking out, man. Like you lose weight. You obviously lose your hair. You walk around with a freaking fanny pack all the time and tubes and shit. Like it's fucking hell. Chemotherapy is hell. It's necessary to survive, but it's hell. And you don't look the way she looked the other day. 5 rounds, Kylie, come on. Like, Jesus Christ, this woman and her stories. Anyway, this is what she writes. This summer, I was diagnosed with endocervical carcinoma, whatever. As a single parent, I am the sole source of income for my family. You don't have a job, but the aggressive treatment I started requires time off from work, no problem, which has greatly impacted our finances. 2 weeks ago, I completed a master's degree. Sure you did. Sure. And started a PhD. Oh, she's going to become a doctor like me. To fulfill the promise I made to myself to complete a doctorate by the time I turned 50. And all the help is received with humility and gratitude. I mean, she is well written for a ratchet. But anyway, a lot of people that I talk to that have dealt with cancer have said that like they seriously doubt this is happening. I don't believe it at all to begin with. So anyway, keep going down. You'll notice here. So this is the update she writes. I completed my 5th round of chemo yesterday as I wait for more invasive and painful radiation that starts this week. What? And so the judge asked her, like the lawyer said in court the other day, that they're going to prove that, like the judge wants her to prove she has cancer, because that's the whole thing with this. She started. I think this is social media, a GoFundMe. I mean, do you think GoFundMe is social media?
Yeah,
I think
that's kind of rough. I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not. I guess
there's Facebook links on it.
Yeah, but if she's not on Facebook, I can see maybe where they could fight that it wasn't, because you're not really interacting directly with people. You're just kind of like a back and forth. What
if I told you that I talked to people, update on this one, that she has sent this to on text message? Like, what's the difference between sending this to 100 people on a text message and posting it on Facebook?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's like, what's the difference? Like,
More selective, yeah, you know.
The whole purpose of Facebook is to share it, right? You're just
Right.
sharing it with people. One click. What you send it to a text, you could do the same thing. To me, there's very little difference in that. Anyway, it goes on.
She might have put like the whole Kylie Kirkpatrick and family thing to get her out of it.
Well, check this out. So she goes, thank you to everyone who's reached out asking me about job site donation matching, words of encouragement, and questions about where we have been for the past 2 to 5. That's the best part. Where we've been. She goes, she has to explain, like, where'd you go? Remember when you were like on the news every day and like your kid was a hero and then you went to the Super Bowl? Like, what up with that? What happened there? Why are you in Rhode Island with your daughter now? Like, so she has an explanation. She says, Ryan, our pups, and I relocated to New England last summer for a new adventure. Because we all know that if you want a new adventure, you go to Rhode Island of all places. Yeah, Rhode Island. If I want crack cocaine, I go to Rhode Island. What are you talking about? Adventures. Anyway, I relocated to New England last summer for a new adventure. We live in a cute beach town right on the water. First of all, you live in Warren, okay? Anyone from Warren, Rhode Island in the comments? It's not on. Does that count as on the water? Like, it's on a bay, I guess. It's not a beach town. Like, she makes it like we're living this glamorous life on the goddamn beaches of Rhode Island. What? You're in Warren, Rhode Island. It's like the Fall River. Give me a break, lady. Like, what? It has a waterfront, but it's not like it does. It's not. There's no waves. It's not it doesn't count. It doesn't count. They have a beach. So does Worcester. We have Indian Lake. Give me a break. I apologize for not finding other means to stay connected. I know we live in a cute beach town. We really miss California. After walking around away from social media in 21, you're banned. You're banned.
Record, right?
That's court appointed. I apologize for not finding any other means to stay connected as we settled into our new community. Please get subscribed to my cancer website, Kylie versus Cancer.com, which has become wildly popular in new subcultures. So that right there, the website is social media.
Yeah.
Because like she's saying, like,
she's encouraging people to subscribe. And
subscribe to it. If you can subscribe to it, then it's social media. YouTube is social media. You all subscribe to the channel, right? So there you go. Anyway, and as medical professionals from major oncology departments from both coasts following along, all these doctors are following.
All these
her.
doctors give a shit about you randomly.
She can't stop. She can't stop. Keep going down. Let's see. So the images she shared on there are, first we have I wear teal for my mom, so she can't stop using Ryan. And then she's got this picture. Check this out.
Oh yeah, this is really telling. Yep.
So whose hand is that?
Exactly.
How do we know that's her hand? Like, and how do we
know? Chemotherapy.
Yeah, how do we know you're not there because you need your stomach pumped?
Right.
Something, you know what I mean? Like,
or COVID. You're getting
COVID. Yeah, maybe you had long COVID or some shit. Like, who knows what scam?
Right.
You ended up in there. Anyway, so she goes. This part was interesting. The donations part. So initially, there's all these people with the names on there. I've never seen this before, and I'm like, well, we can contact these people if we want, right?
Yeah.
And now keep going down. Now, all of a sudden, I noticed. Oh, no. Okay. So those are the people who don't. No, keep going down. Keep going down. So Kylie on the 27th gets a warrant put out for her arrest because the district attorney's office becomes aware of this. And they say that this is a violation of her terms of release because she's still got trial coming up. And so they put a warrant out for arrest. Now go down. Keep going down.
145.
Yeah, 145. Give me a break, Kylie.
Sorry.
She gets to put her own weight. Kylie, you 145 pounds, like what, on the moon? What? on the moon. What? Stop it.
Sorry,
Keep
God.
going. Keep going.
Look at those lists. Wow. That's a lot.
Though those are all the charges she's on release for. So then keep going down. So there's the warrant issued.
Hard
There's
to
her
look that
stupid.
up.
Yeah, she takes the blog. As soon as the warrant comes out, all of a sudden the blogs are gone, coincidentally.
Wow.
So then all of a sudden I noticed this. Check this out with the donations. So all those, remember all those names on there? Look what they are now. Anonymous. They all just say anonymous. So
Wow.
yeah, they all, I didn't know you could, I guess you can do that.
Maybe
So
she might have to do that on her end.
She
maybe,
did.
like-
She would have to do that. Obviously, she's the one that did that.
Yeah.
Because once this started getting around, she immediately just changes it and gets rid of it. Like, oh shit, I have to cover. Like, takes down the website,
They'll figure
changes
it out.
us
and
all.
they'll take their money back.
And
Yep.
so her argument in court the other day was, I didn't know this was a big deal. I didn't know I wasn't allowed to do this. And so then I started to delete it because I thought, oh, I didn't know I wasn't allowed to. Oh, please, lady, you know exactly what you're doing.
Right.
Anyway. So they're all anonymous there. Keep on going.
Screenshots live forever, though.
Yep, screenshots live forever. Are there any Napa people in the comments tonight? I'm sure some of them are watching. If anybody would like to, any of you like to come on, anyone from Napa, California that would like to comment on this, I will send the link if you'd like to join, or else you just leave a comment. We can highlight your comment up there. Let me check the donos in the meantime. The Turtle Chat donos. Okay, we got one. Hold on. Let me bring one up here. I donated $5 so I could upload her bench warrant. And within 2 minutes, it was deleted. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So let me, that's the end of the blog, right? There's nothing else. I think I had some more to keep going down. What else did I have here? This is the classics. Yeah. Right. So the Ryan Coyote crew, that she started that website. That's up. Keep going.
That's it.
Okay. I thought I would put pictures and stuff there. I guess not. Okay. Anyway, so let me bring up a little dono here. I got to share with the class. Got a dono here from our friend Llama, sends $25 and says, can we hook Rian Waters up with Lorena Callie? Oh, that would be sweet. They would be a perfect couple. That's a good comment, Llama, because that's one cunt that needs her eyes dye. It's so no, and don't feel bad about it. Lorena Callie's a horrible, disgusting human being, so she can go die in a hole for all I care. Okay, so thank you very much again. If anyone else would like to donate to the program or the channel or the Turtle Boy in general, you can click the link at the top of this, donate whatever amount of money you want, and we will get a notification about it, an email, and we will highlight your comment with whatever you put up there up on the big screen. Okay. All right. So not seeing anyone.
Colleen Harmon.
Oh, Colleen's in. Okay. So were you affected by this, Colleen? I mean, I'm sure most people. You must be happy she's not your problem anymore. Oh, I did get a message. Let me read this message I got about her. This is interesting. Okay. So I'm just gonna. This person wants anonymity, but let me read this to you. I haven't done an update on this. It says, "Hello, thank you for all you do. The public appreciates it. Regarding Kylie Kirkpatrick, she lives in our building in Warren, Rhode Island. We live in this building that you have to go through an extensive background check to be approved to move in. We notified the management after first discovering your last story about her, and they claim they had no idea, but obviously have done nothing." That's the Turtle Boy effect right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Is that like this person probably never heard of the blog before, but finds out about it and it's like, oh shit, that woman's living here. God, I love what I do. And then she says she is despicable and has tried other scams around the building using her son. She must be stopped. And I'm like, well, what kind of scams? And he goes, the kid was handing out business cards to take people's trash to the dumpster.
Oh my fucking God.
No, it gets better. Then was seen digging through their stuff instead of throwing it out.
Oh boy.
So I think he's been trained to like find probably credit card information or something.
Yeah.
This kid is being taught to go through other people's trash now. The office shut him down after that. Then was trying to deliver people's packages from the lobby to their lofts. And then packages started going missing.
Oh, what do you know?
So the office put a stop to it. There are over 200 units of luxury lofts, and they keep trying different ways to take advantage of people in the building, mainly because they don't know her history. And she is texting her GoFundMe to people in the building.
Wow.
Multiple people have shown us the text message from her. My wife and I have not received the text because we never befriended her, but we could tell something was off about her. I will ask friends to get screenshots of it. Please keep me anonymous.
You know what's funny as hell to me is that like this was a big story that was not in New England. Like this was a big nation across the nation thing that you like lit up, and now she moved right into our neck of the woods.
I know you had to move. You moved closer to me. What are you
moved
crazy?
Into the reporting area. Now you fucked, bitch. Like really?
I can get to Warren, Rhode Island in an hour. I'll be there tomorrow at lunchtime, lady. What are you thinking, Kylie? Jesus Christ. Okay.
Which one do you want next?
Yeah, let's do the Billerica story. I like that.
Billerica, okay.
Yeah. I got a cash app here from Rod, who says, he says, for anonymous donor. So I guess it's not. Sorry, you're not anonymous. I apologize. Thank you, anonymous donor. $10 donor. Appreciate that. Sorry about that. Okay. So, this story has some legs to it. So, our buddy there, Marc Lombardo, I say buddy, I just like him. I've never met Mark, but I like him politically because he's kind of a diamond in the rough in Massachusetts. He's not just like a Charlie Baker Republican, like he's solid. He was the only elected official calling on Charlie Baker to reopen the state in March of May of 2020. He came in the Callahan program and talked to us about that. He refused to sign some meaningless condemnation of another Republican woman because she had the wrong opinions about social issues. He also was only one of four. Back when Liz Miranda, the state rep, soon to be state senator, we went through her Twitter and we found out like a million times she used the N-word and like said mean things about Asian people. And the left would have a field day with this if a conservative did something like that. And so I sent out an email to every single Republican in the state house saying, do you condemn hate speech? And one of the only people to respond was Marc Lombardo. And he's like, yes, I'm on record condemning it. So that's cool. I like basically, excuse me. Jeez Louise. Anyway, he's a good guy. Billerica is a rare red town in Massachusetts. It's population like 40,000, but probably one of the biggest conservative towns in Massachusetts. But Marc Lombardo is representative of the values of people of Billerica, I would say. But there are the communists don't like it, even when we have any power. They control everything. There's 160 state reps in this state. 130 are Democrats. 30 are Republican. That's insane. In the state Senate, there's 40 state senators. 37 of them are Democrats. And you would think like, oh shit, we got a fucking monopoly on power here. We're good. Nope. They want more. They're like, well, we also want this seat too. And so a woman by the name of Teresa English, there she is running against Mark this time. She also ran against him in 2020 during what I think most people would consider to be a blue wave. That was the 81 million election where Joe Biden defeated Donald Trump. And in this state in particular, Republicans just got murdered. But Mark won. And not by a little bit either. Got like 55% of the vote because people in Billerica like Marc Lombardo. Anyway, the problem for her is that, like I said, she's well liked, and on her Facebook page, you could see that a lot of people have been grilling her about her past, and so all of a sudden, these people that are on her page start getting this cease and desist letter in the mail, which is just, I still can't believe she did this and thought this was a good idea. So this is a letter she sends out to random people on Facebook who are questioning her. This is what she says to them. It's come to my attention that you are spreading false and misleading statements about me. These statements have appeared on various social media platforms. I demand that you immediately cease and desist from making these false and libelous statements, which include, but are not limited to, the following: criminal activity. I have never been convicted of a felony. Okay. I have integrity. I have never lied about my driving record. What? Teaching. I was a teacher in excellent standing on the teaching leadership team and an active member of the Lawrence Teacher Union, and I declare my intention to run for state representative. Grooming children. I have never and would never help anyone abuse a child. Infanticide. I would never participate or condone murdering a child. This letter serves your final warning. If the activity continues, I will immediately pursue further actions. So let me just stop and think of before we get into what the hell she's talking about. This is insane. This is insane. This is politics. In politics, people out there, random internet people, just say shit about you. And it is what it is. Like Brett Kavanaugh, millions and millions of people called him a gang rapist without a shred of evidence. Literally nothing. Police reports, witnesses, nothing. Just gang rapist. But you know what he had to do? He just had to sit there and take it. because he's a public figure. And that's what happens when you want to serve. Like, people are going to say shit. If it's not true, then just ignore him. You know? Just ignore him. That's all you can do. I mean, it sucks. It's hurtful. But just ignore him. It is insane that somebody running for elected office would be like, this is a good idea. I'm going to just send this threatening letter, threatening to sue these people for deformation because they're saying mean things about me on Facebook. Like, you're supposed to be above it all, dear. Anyway, I mean, not even, this is, I want to say this is Gaffney-esque, but even he didn't do anything. He's not even that bad, right? Yeah, like he didn't even send a cease and desist letter to people. He did a lot of weird shit, but he didn't do that. Anyway, it's scary to think that somebody this dumb will get at least 40% of the vote. Like, and that's what's crazy about this is that, like, we are so tribal nowadays that people just like, I don't care. Yeah, like that's an obvious First Amendment violation. This woman clearly doesn't know how the Constitution works, and she should be nowhere near the seats of power. But we're going to vote for her anyway because she's on our team. And you're allowed to call someone a groomer if you believe that they're a groomer. You know, you're allowed to accuse someone of supporting infanticide. If you believe that abortion is killing a human life, then what else would you fucking call it? Right? If you were pro-life, what else would you call it? So, I mean, again, it's a fucking opinion. People are allowed to have opinions. Jesus Christ. You're allowed to speculate on whether or not she was a good teacher. You're allowed to basically accuse someone of having bad integrity. But for what it's worth, all of these opinions also appear to be true when it comes to Teresa English. In August, rumors started spreading that she committed a felony hit and run when she was 19 and living in Virginia. She accused random internet people of lying and demanded they produce an accident report. This was gold right here. This is gold.
Where she goes, and then they pulled out.
Yes. Do you have an accident report? Do you have transcripts of court proceedings? You have no idea what you're talking about. Other than repeating rumors from less than credible sources, they love to be like, your sources aren't good. Oh, bitch, this guy goes and gets the accident report. So let's read this report together as a class. What does this say? It says, blank was advised that he was traveling southbound. This is in 2003, I believe this has happened. When she was, no, but it was, the report was entered
why so much later? Wow, that's weird.
No, I don't know. It's like it happened in 2003. So when a white Jeep Cherokee came into his lane and sideswiped his vehicle, he advised that he pulled over and the other vehicle involved continued southbound on Warwick. Mr. Blank advised that the Jeep had Texas plates with the last characters YLR, and he believed it was operated by a white female. He reported no injuries. Accident report was made. The victim located the suspect vehicle at 56 Colony Road and identified the driver. I obtained the necessary information to complete the report. The driver's information is as follows. Teresa Nicole Pruitt. That was her maiden name back then. License, whatever, occupation, whatever, driving, blah, 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 blah. The victim was given the information. The officers went to her home and took a written statement from her. Officer Nickerson observed damage to her vehicle consistent with the damage to the vehicle. Warrants were obtained and served, and she was released on bond. So they got the receipts there, Teresa, didn't they? And she immediately makes herself the victim instead of being like, oh, yeah. Now, is it a lie if you just don't mention something that didn't happen? I don't know. I guess not. But what she said when she was like adamant about like, do you have an accident report?
Yeah,
Do you
here
have
it
the
is.
transcript of proceedings? That to me is the lie. That to me is her saying, like, denying, like,
Right.
this isn't true. Like, you're accusing me of something and you don't even have evidence. And so the guy goes and gets evidence, and this is what she says in response to that. She says, it's pathetic that Lombardo and the Mass GOP are trying to weaponize a 2 decades old misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? It's a felony hit and run. How is that a misunderstanding? Now, I understand it quite well. You hit him. You didn't want to get caught, so you left. That's it. Maybe you were drunk. I don't know. But she says, nobody, not even a career politician clinging to his job. Oh, dear. He's not clinging to his job. Can do more thorough background check than the U.S. military. What? During my service, I had top secret and sensitive compartmented information clearance. Who the fuck is this woman? Who is she? What are you? Deep throat? Like, what are you talking? You're like some CIA agent or something? Top secret clearance. What? What are you talking about? Who are you? Rambo? What is this? Who does this lady think she is? During my service, I had a top secret clearance. If I had done what the Mass GOP is accusing me of, my rank would have been downgraded, and I would not have been allowed my clearance. So basically, she's saying, first of all, we're not the ones alleging that. The report says that. And basically what she's saying here is that if I was in the Army, obviously, and I was in the Air Force, and I would have been downgraded if this was true. But what if you weren't in the Air Force, right? What if you weren't in the Air Force? I think that's the question that this comes down. What if you weren't in the Air Force? She's what?
Read your comment.
That can't possibly.
No, it's
be
him. It's him. It is him. It is him. He's been talking. He's been talking to Lauren and stuff. It is him.
He said, "Congrats on the win."
Yep.
Ryan Waters said that.
That was very gracious of you, Ryan. Very proud.
Are you done, Ryan? Are you going to stop the stupid shit? I mean, are you going to sue still, or? I mean, it's over, right? You quitting? You tapping out?
I mean, he said congrats. That sounds pretty final to me.
That can't be him. He would never.
No, he has been talking to Lauren about asking about the interview tomorrow and stuff.
Oh, that's tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Tomorrow night.
Okay. Yeah, she would have been bouncing a heartbeat. Right. And I think that was her whole argument here, is like, I would have been kicked out. Well, yeah, but what if you weren't in it in the first place? Then what? You know, like, I think that's the big thing. Anyway, it goes on to say, nobody, which she said, this 2 decades old matter was resolved and promptly and without fault. You were literally convicted. You're a convicted felon. Luckily, Billerica can see through these distractions and deserves better. This pathetic attempt at hurting my reputation while undermining a popular, common sense piece of legislation is par for the course for my opponent in the Mass GOP. I don't know what legislation she's talking about there, but whatever. Okay, so let's check out some of her campaign materials here. There we go. Turtle Boy always wins. There we go. I like that. Okay. So dedicated to public service and to our nation. And she's got this picture of herself. And it says, both Teresa and her husband, Ken, have proudly served our country in the United States Armed Forces. Teresa served as an intelligence analyst. What? For the U.S. Air Force. And Ken served as an ammunition specialist in the U.S. Marine Corps and was deployed to Iraq in 2003. Today, they continue to serve, Teresa as a public school history and civics teacher, and Ken as a cardiac nurse. Their children are students at Marshall Middle School and blah, 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 blah. Okay. And that picture of her And her little cap there is everywhere. It's all over. Every time she does a debate, there it is in the background, right? There's her poster about proudly serve America. Keep going. Just like look at this picture for a moment, folks. Back up. Like, look at this picture. This looks like a child. This looks like an ROTC picture, right? How old do you think she is in this picture?
Oh yeah, no, she looks like a baby there. She's like looks like 17.
If that, she looks like a freaking kid.
And she definitely looks like a child.
And if you look closer at that hat on the next picture down, you'll notice that, like, does that look photoshopped to you? Why on the
why is
left?
It like different faded there, yeah.
And
it looks like the hat's like weird.
On the left, why
yeah.
isn't the hat fitted to your head? It looks
yep.
like what? That doesn't
look. If you look on the other side, look on the right, like her hair is coming over the hat almost, like it's like lapping onto it,
Yeah, that's just. I mean, it looks like she drew the hat on or like put it on,
Like on her phone, yeah, with an app.
And anyway, she responded to criticism by posting her scrapbook. So again, this is how she proved she was in the Army. A December 15th, 21 Facebook post where it says, my mom had, go back, what does it say? My mom had heard that someone is spreading information and demanded that I post this picture. It's her scrapbook book for my basic training. And if you look at the pictures, it's like,
none of them are that picture.
It's just you and your mom. Where is the basic training part? What do you think this?
Like, the one in the middle where she's wearing like a random nondescript hat and shirt? Like
yeah. You think this proves
or like
something?
The patch, maybe the patch there. Okay.
What? Okay. Keep going down. And so does Teresa? What did that say? Go back up. Teresa reached out to one of the women who received a cease and desist letter and was very defensive that she wasn't lying. So let's read these text messages. So she says, "Hi, Kelly. I heard you are trying to get in touch with me regarding my military career. I'm not sure I can help with any advice. I served from 2001 to 2003 and was enlisted. The process is much..." So she joined right after 9/11 and she was never like mobilized. Like what? For the war? Like we were in a war then, if I recall.
Wait. Wasn't the accident in 2003?
Yep.
Okay, so then how would they have fucking not let her in if that was after she was done?
How would they not?
In 2003. 2001 to 2003, she served, right? So then the accident happened in 2003?
It did, that's correct.
So they never, she might have been done for all we know.
Done with what?
Done with the service.
Or maybe she was kicked out. Or maybe she wasn't in the service at all. Or maybe she's making it all up. I don't know. It's really easy to prove otherwise. The process is much different for someone that went through OCS intelligence analyst, that was socialized, whatever, intelligence and blah, blah, blah. The process went through the OCS. Intelligence analyst was the specialized job field, as I scored very high, which is very smart, on the ASVAB. And I had college credits before I enlisted. I'm happy to answer any questions and hope you are having a happy holiday season. And the woman replies simply by saying, there we go. Can you supply any documents showing this? And then she goes, I had to verify this to enroll in the VA health program, qualify for veterans benefits, and to join the disabled veterans. What are you? So again, that proves absolutely nothing. So I had to, she's like, do you have documents? And she's like, well, I had to verify this to enroll in the VA health program. Well, how do I know you're in the VA health program? Qualify for veterans benefits. How do I know you qualify for veterans benefits? And to join the disabled American veterans. How do I know you're disabled? How do I know you any of that stuff? Do you have anything to back any of this up? She says, I'm sorry that you have been hurt so much that you feel it's necessary to question my service. So again, pulling it back on you. You're the problem she wants to be an elected leader in the community. And she's literally running on this. It's all over her campaign material. The picture of her serving her country. that you feel is necessary to question my service. The DD-214s are privileged info. So I've talked to people that are during the Landon Steele thing. I remember people are like, I didn't know much about DD-214s before Landon Steele, that story. Go read that if you haven't already. But every veteran was just like, oh, yeah, I can get those for you in 2 seconds. I don't know if there's any vets in the comments right now that could tell me, like, how long would it take you to get your DD-214s? Those basically tell you where you've served, when, and all that good stuff. It's perfect verification of everything. And every veteran I've spoken to was like, yeah, no problem. I'll get those for you in 5 seconds. Everybody's got them lying around. And she goes, there are other ways to verify my service. So she's like, I'm not showing you them because they're privileged. And this other one's like, well, I've tried, but we'll see. And so then she goes on to say, Joy from the Minuteman. Usually, you have a copy of it. That's what they're easy to come by from what I'm told. You know, how can she get her DD-214 released if she won't do it? How can we get it? We can't. I mean, that's the beauty of this thing we're in here with this woman, is that she'll just say, well, I'm like, well, do you have any evidence you're in it? And she's like, well, I could, but whatever. So you'll never be able to prove she wasn't in there. See what I'm saying? Like, it's up to her to prove it. And if she's not going to do that, then I think we have to assume that she's lying. I mean, I am. I mean, why would I believe you did that? Anyway, the woman goes on to say, Joy from the Minuteman, I think it's a newspaper, has been wanting to do an interview. So far, there are no service records for a Teresa Dean nor Pruitt. Now, I'm not sure if you want to clear up some of the stuff. I could always give her all the stuff I have at this moment, but not sure if that's the right thing to do right now. She goes, Joy and I have spoken. At this point, please give her everything you have. Please, I have nothing to hide, and I am disgusted by your behavior. What's her behavior exactly? Like asking questions? Like, what is her behavior? Like wanting to verify that you are, in fact, who you present yourself to be? Okay, correct. Because Joy can't find a military record on her, should I forward the eviction notices as well? And then she goes, absolutely. I'd love to use my eviction as a way to this. So she's a ratchet. You're getting evicted and shit. I'm sorry. That's like ratchet. Who gets fucking evicted? No offense to anybody who's been evicted. I don't know. It's just like, dude, pay your fucking rent. It's really not that hard to pay your goddamn fucking rent. Seriously, getting evicted and shit. Like, give me a break. I'd love to use my eviction as a way to discuss affordable housing. I'm running, like, it means you were living above your means. That's not affordable housing. Whatever that was, you were living above your means. You just weren't paying your bills. I'm running because of my life experience. I also had a divorce, repossession, and was raped. Of course she throws that in there, too, with the rape. Oh, I was raped. It's like Kylie Kirkpatrick again. Like, I was raped. Feel bad for me. You can't. How dare you ask questions? Oh, well, first of all, were you? I mean, no, I'm just supposed to assume you were raped. Like, come on. This is the card they always throw in there. Now it's like, well, I was raped too. I don't think you were. I'm just be honest. I just don't believe you, Teresa English. I'm going to call you right now. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe anybody who, when backed into a corner, the first thing they say is, I was raped. I don't believe you. I think
it only comes out right then. Yeah, like that's what I mean.
I think you're lying. I think you're lying about your military service. Sue me. I mean, you're sending all these women. Where's my letter, Teresa? People were asking me this. Did you get your letter? No, I didn't get my letter, Teresa. When's the letter coming? That's what I want to know. When's the letter coming? So she goes on to say also, spend time at the Veterans Office. Nothing VFW auxiliary. Nothing on Teresa N. Dean, aka Pruitt, aka Nikki Dean. So this woman's obviously done her homework. Funny how you answer right away. But being transparent as a candidate, not so. Woman to woman, I thought you would want to spin this in a good light. So then she goes on to say, just because your amateur investigation skills, amateur, she has to throw that in there as an insult, can't figure it out, doesn't mean I've done anything wrong. Why on earth would I take campaign advice from you? You don't, bitch, maybe because you lost last time. How about that? Right. Bitch, that's the kind of thing you say when you won something.
Yeah, right.
All you done is lose in Massachusetts as a communist. You know how hard it is to lose as a communist in this state? But you found a way, lady. So maybe you should take advice because you're not good at winning. Why on earth would I take any advice from you? You don't know me, and no, we don't. We don't know you at all. Nobody knows anything about you. You're strange. You're not from here. You're a carpetbagger, but you want to run our state for some reason, and you're running with your little pointy hat there. I mean, you look like Tom Mountain did on Veterans Day. That's what you look like, and we all know Tom Mountain's completely full of shit. So we'll see. So she goes on to say, you don't know me, anything personal details of your private life, but you do owe the public proof of your military record, which no one can find. You've made public declarations and you need to prove it because stolen valor isn't a good thing. And she goes, most veterans don't have to prove their status because most people aren't like you.
No, because most veterans aren't running for office, like based on that's why.
And most veterans can just be like, like when they
here
run,
it is.
Like they have pictures of themselves like serving something. Like wouldn't you be proud? Wouldn't there be so many pictures of you? You're actually in the military, especially
and you're planning
during
to run on that as a campaign thing when you have your paperwork at the ready. Like, figuring someone's gonna ask.
Like you just have one picture of you in your ROTC uniform. Like what? And okay, that's supposed to.
People in the comments pointed out too. They don't have pictures in their uniforms like by themselves with their parents. They have them with your unit. Like what?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a lot I'd like to know more about it. That just doesn't make any sense. You keep digging and asking about things that aren't even military service. Yeah, because we think you're lying about a number of things. Eviction, arrest record, driving record. Yeah, because those are kind of evidence of you being a ratchet and your overall character here. The Veterans Affair is everything. The Disabled Americans, everything. In fact, why don't you just call Bob Kinsman and ask what he thinks? Okay. Joanne Collins, Department of Air Force in Washington, couldn't find anything on you. What department does Bob work in? Would you like Joanne to email you? Blah, blah, blah. Will Bob be able to answer what rank you were? Whoever the fuck Bob is. And then she goes, how about a real Air Force graduation photo? That's not a difficult request. And maybe your graduating class. That's a simple request. And that was kind of the end of it there.
Oh, yeah.
And if you look at our LinkedIn bio, her experience, it says candidate for state representative, right? But that's September of 2021 to the present. Now, history teacher, Lawrence Public Schools, January 2019 to June 2021. So she just became a teacher in the middle of the school year in Lawrence. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with Lawrence is a complete hellhole. It is the worst dump in Massachusetts by far. Their public schools suck. That doesn't mean the teachers suck. It just means that the clientele it's a ratchet. It's a third world country. Like you're not going to get a lot of kids that come from homes with values or, that can read or anything like that. Nobody speaks English there. It sucks. It's fucking Lawrence. Don't go to Lawrence. Everybody knows that around. It's where you go if you want drugs and you live in New Hampshire. And anyway, so she just teaches at Lawrence, who will take anyone. Like they want warm bodies there. And so she's there and she leaves in June of 2021 and she doesn't have a job. Like, so you have a job that pays money and health insurance. And then you're like, I'm going to leave this job to run for state rep, which doesn't, when you run for the position, it doesn't pay anything.
It's not constant as a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like becoming a state rep, you make like 75 grand a year or something like that. But running for a state rep, you don't. So you're unemployed. You don't have a job, which is, of course, you don't have a job. Like what? And
remember, she keeps talking about being disabled and stuff too. So maybe that's like what she's trying to do.
Like that's the other question I'd ask if I was this woman. What's your disability exactly?
Yeah, exactly.
Like what? How are you disabled? Okay. All right. Anyway, so let's review the 5 things that she listed on this cease and desist and see, what is any of it legit? So this is the 5 things she wants these people to stop doing. Stop talking about my criminal activity. She claims she's never been convicted of a felony, but she was. So that's true for the people saying that. So they don't have to stop doing that. Integrity. She claims to have never lied about her driving record, but suggested the idea that she was responsible for a hit and run was less than credible. So, yeah, you don't have integrity in that regard. You also left the scene of it. I mean, you're not being honest, so you have no integrity. It's also an opinion. To say somebody doesn't have integrity, that's their opinion, and they have a right to have that opinion, you fucking moron. Number 3, she says she was a teacher in excellent standing, but isn't being endorsed by the teachers union, which is almost impossible for so that was interesting. The teachers union endorsed her in 2020, but not in 2022, and she mysteriously no longer works in the Lawrence Public Schools. Interesting. It goes on to say grooming children. So this is another comment that people had with the grooming children thing. So this is just a right-wing thing we say now. We call you a groomer. You call us racist, we call you a groomer. So we're weaponizing your tactics against you in that regard. And the shit that you guys are down with and promoting, this gender transition surgery for minors and chemical castration, yeah, it's grooming. Sue me, bitch. I think you're a groomer. I think you're a disgusting sexual pedophile type person. Like, I think you have pedophile tendencies, put it that way. Like, your obsession with children's genitals is bizarre. It's fucking weird. And you want to chop them off and shit? Yeah, you're a weirdo. Yeah, so that's true. The infanticide comment, she supports partial birth abortion up to the moment of birth. So if you consider that infanticide, then that's your opinion. If you don't, that's your opinion too. But the bottom line is you're allowed to have opinions in this country, and that is the opinions of this person. So, yeah, either way, none of this really matters if any of it's true. What is crazy about this is that she, like I said in the blog, if you're running for office and a random person on social media says you molested polar bears, you just ignore them. Like, you don't send them a letter. Hey, how dare you internet person say that? You're supposed to be above it all. Imagine if Donald Trump did this or whatever. And also I'd like to point out that, like, the same people who are hooting and hollering about danger to democracy, right? You're such a threat to democracy. Well, what's more dangerous than politicians threatening to use the courts by suing some powerless citizens because they asked questions about an upcoming candidate in an election? A candidate in an upcoming election. Like, what's more a bigger threat to democracy than that? I don't know. I do have here, I want to show this. So I decided I'm going to do a little investigating myself, and we're going to make a phone call. Maybe they're listening. We'll see. I don't think they're going to pick up. Let me. So I went on her page. She's not even licensed to teach. Oh, of course she's not. Let me share the screen. So I went on her page and I found out her media contact. So I'm like, well, I'm media, because I heard she was mad that I didn't like get a comment from her. Not that she'd comment anyway. And so I messaged the guy. And I said, his name is Alec. And I said, hi, Alec. I'm a reporter looking for a comment from Teresa on her military background. And he goes, oh, he's like interested. He's like, hello, what island are you from? Turtle Boy Daily News. Just I waited a couple hours. I'm like, so let's give him a call. Let's give him a call. I'm gonna give him a call right now. See what he's up to. Maybe we'll answer. Let's give Alec a call. See what Alec's got to say for himself. Yeah, of course. Not my first time. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Hello? 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 You guys hear that? What was that?
That was weird. What was that?
I heard myself 10 seconds later.
Did he pick up and like not say anything and he had the show on in the background?
That's what happened.
Yeah. What did Jake?
He picked up the phone because I'm like, the phone was picked up there.
Yeah, I got so confused for a second. I'm like, what is the other noise?
So the ringing that we heard was the ringing on delay.
Yeah, it was the delay. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Because then you said hello. You could hear
and he's like, hey, why don't you? You're watching Alec. Why don't you pick up the goddamn phone? Come on, man. We want some answers, man. You're running a transparent campaign, aren't you, Alec? You guys were, because here's the thing, Alec and Teresa. You think you're fucking big and bad when you're threatening random people on Facebook with your cease and desist letters in your Helvetica font or whatever, your Courier font there, very official by the way, with your header. And yeah, you're a big tough guy then, huh? Big tough guy. Big, you're really threatening these random women. Big, we're really scared. And then I ask you a couple questions, you can't do it. Now here you are answering. You're answering the goddamn phone, Alec. I mean, your phone number's right there. Maybe other people ask you. I don't know. Don't do that, please. Seriously. But maybe just if you send them a text and be like, hey, we'd like some answers, Alec. Or maybe one of you people is a reporter at the Boston Globe and you're interested in knowing about this. You send them a text message. Just say, hey, it's so-and-so from the Boston Globe. I don't know. Maybe that happens. It's Kevin Cullen. Maybe Kevin Cullen from the Boston Globe.
Has been forwarded to an automated voice
Okay,
messaging
got it.
system. 20642
What kind of area code is that?
1062 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Alec, it's Kevin Cullen from the Globe doing a story out of for the Globe about your campaign there. That guy, Marc Lombardo, he's a real joker. Typical Republican. We got to take these guys down. Anything we got to do. So I got your back here. I know a thing or two about fake stories. And getting, we need to get ahead of the narrative. So we need to get a story out there together. So I'd like to sit down for an interview with you, if possible. And, maybe we go down to a little pub in Dorchester or something, or maybe go by your place a little more. I've been up to Woburn a couple of times. We can go to the pub. We get a corned beef sandwich, a couple pints. We can sit down and we can craft a narrative together about this. And, maybe you could show me some pictures. I could tell you about I was at the marathon for the bombing, and I saw my friend there, Janie, the one that got her leg blown off. We're good friends. We still talk to this day. So, yeah, if you could give me a call back. We got to get ahead of the story, though. That Marc Lombardo guy and that Turtle Boy fucker, we can't be having this. We got to get ahead of the story, okay? So give me a call. All right, bye. I don't know if he's going to call back. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, I can still smell the embers. You guys know who Kevin Cullen is, right? Do you remember Kevin Cullen?
I do.
Okay, he's good. So the current Globe reporter that lost, he got suspended for 3 months because he completely made up a story about being at the Boston Marathon at the day of the bombing, and he called Janie Richard, Martin Richard's older sister who lost her leg, his talisman. He sees her at the YMCA and whatever that means. You can still smell the embers of that day. He wasn't there, but you can still smell it. Anyway, shut up, Cherokee girl. Fuck off. First of all, Kirk and I are buddies. Relax there. Anyway, let's go on to the next topic, shall we? Let's talk. I got a dono I got to bring up here. I want to do next the story out of Manchester. That one, Trinity High School.
Okay.
So Glamour Suze sends 25 big ones. No comment, but we appreciate, we like the dono there, Glamour Suze. I appreciate that. Good supporter of the program. If anybody else would like to donate, they're free to do it that way. And we love.
I'm sorry, which story did you say? I totally blanked.
The Trinity High School one.
Okay, good.
Be right back. I gotta get a drink of water.
Okay. Hope you guys are all having a good long weekend. If you have one. I know some people don't have tomorrow off, but I don't need to drain the snake now. Don't worry. He's just getting a drink. He's not going to the bathroom. We really need to get him a chair for Christmas, guys. I'm sick of it. Christmas/birthday. This is insane. Look at that thing. It's a little older than me.
Back in session. Okay. So let's talk about the story out of Manchester at a school called Trinity. I think it's a Catholic school, Trinity Catholic or something. Let me bring it up on my end too. I think I have it here somewhere. Trinity Catholic.
It's in the chat.
Oh, it's the most recent one. Okay. So there's this woman named Renelle. I don't even know how to pronounce her last name. Whatever her name is. She's the leader of like BLM Manchester. And she tweets out this picture. Okay. It says, this was homecoming proposal done by a student who attends Trinity High School in Manchester. According to students, he received only a 1-day suspension and is allowed to play sports. The school is ignoring emails and complaints. So the sign says that he's holding up there. If I was black, I would be picking cotton, but I'm white, so I'm picking you. Okay. And so somebody sends this to me and they're like, this can't be real, right? And I'm like, no, I believe it's real. I believe this one's real because I just believe that fucking kids are stupid. I mean, that's my whole,
yeah.
They're just fucking stupid. Like, that's all this comes down to. It's like, if you put something up like that on social media and he's like smiling and shit, it's like, you're just retarded. Like, he's like a fucking moron. Like, there's the only way around it. It doesn't mean he's a flaming racist or he fucking burns crosses in his yard or he truly, to be racist and to actually be racist, you have to truly look at African-American people or people of any other races, right, besides yours, as less than you. They have to be less than you. That right there is an insensitive sign. It's a fucking joke, and it's insensitive. It's definitely racially insensitive, but it's a fucking stupid joke sign. Yeah. It doesn't mean, I mean, we've all heard racist jokes, man. Fuck you. Fuck each and every person pretending like they're above that. Like, you didn't hear a fucking racist joke in high school and snicker at it. You heard them all the fucking time. It doesn't mean people were actually fucking racist. Like, black kids, Puerto Rican kids would laugh at that shit. It was fucking funny. Because you know why? Because we all didn't have a stick up our ass. We didn't actually hate each other. We didn't actually hate the black kids. We didn't actually hate the Puerto Rican kids or the Vietnamese kids. We just fucking we bust each other's fucking balls, man. That's what people used to do before they had a fucking stick up their ass and the internet came around and shit. It's like, Jesus Christ. So anyway, it's obviously a stupid sign. It's also not even original. It's been done like several times before. And if you go down there, like if you search that message, like dozens of stories come up about people who went viral like a few years ago. Like all these morons have done it. And each time the beauty of youth is that as time passes, youth don't get any dumber or smarter. They're always stupid. They're always going to be stupid. That's the beauty of teenagers. They're always going to do stupid fucking things that they become ashamed of 10 years later. That's the beauty of being a teenager. Is you're stupid. It's like the one time. But, you know, of course, these people have to act like it's like, oh, no, this is the end of the world. So here's my big thing about why I refuse to pretend to give a fuck about this at all. Okay? As Monica Cannon Grant once famously said, let's keep it a buck, y'all. Nobody gives a fuck. Okay? Nobody gives a shit. At the end of the day, who got hurt by this? Who got hurt by this stupid sign? Did anybody get hurt by this? Do you have to go pick cotton now as a result of the sign? Are you enslaved as a result of the sign? Did you get hurt? Do you have a flesh wound? Would you like some penicillin? Like, is there anything I can do? Would you like a warm towel? How about that? Or a drink of water or a fresh Coke? What can I do for you to heal these battle wounds that you now face as a direct result of seeing some complete fucking stranger from Manchester, New Hampshire, holding a stupid sign saying, I'd be picking cotton, but I'm picking you instead. Okay. So I don't give a shit about this because of Liz Miranda. Because again, these are all legitimate tweets from a state representative who's about to be a state senator. Excuse my French, but triggers ain't shit triggers. So I had to tell him she a better bitch than me. Since 2009, I ain't pay for a triggers meal. Hoes are impressed by triggers that wear the same Gucci hat for 4 years. You want to hear his ghetto response? You don't have to tell my shit, so don't fucking text me, Trigger. I'm sitting next to Jose, but he's Jasmine, wig, nails, makeup. She forgot to tuck it in better, transphobic. Men in the apartment asked, who is the drag queen, tranny? Okay. I got 1,000 things to do before this party, and now I got a problem for what? Facebook retards. How about the thing about the Asians? She goes, on the train, and there is a summer camp of 6 to 8-year-olds. They're all holding 2 books, all Asian. Oh, yeah, them Asians always like to learn and shit. Stupid Asians. I mean, this is why I don't care. This, ladies and gentlemen, when I see, and you know who responded to this tweet? You know who wrote about this? Me. That's it. Nobody else wrote about Liz Miranda's fucking tweets. She's an influential legend. She gets to write laws and make laws. She has power. She has actual institutional power. And by the way, when she made all those tweets, she was 30. Okay? So that's why I don't care. I simply don't give a flying fuck about some kid in Manchester who put a fucking insensitive sign. And neither do you complete fucking frauds. If you actually cared about racism, this would be 10 times the fucking story that was. But none of you motherfuckers cared. And the media couldn't wait to write about some random fucking kid from New Hampshire with no power at all. Nothing, no influence. He can't write laws. He's some stupid fucking kid. But Liz Miranda? Yeah, we're just going to ignore that. No, you don't give a fuck about racism. Nobody cares about racism. Stop pretending you give a fuck about racism. Okay, that's it. As soon as the Liz Miranda story went nowhere, I'm like, nobody gives a fuck about racism. Absolutely fucking nobody. So stop pretending that you care. I mean, I've never seen a more fragile subject than racism. Like, it's just like, oh my God, the black kids in that school are so hurt by that sign. Are they? Are they though? I don't think they are. And they'll be fine. They've been taught, some of them for sure have been taught that, like, oh yeah, this actually hurts you. We can't have this. No, nobody actually gives a fuck. That kid's not going to affect your life at all. First of all, he's not on school property doing it. I'd argue this is a First Amendment issue. And they're all mad about it. They're like, why isn't he getting suspended? Racism isn't just backward-ass fools wearing red hats. Sometimes it's smiling at you from a private school. Oh, yeah. WMUR-TV didn't want to post his picture. Hope every college he applied for sees this. Hope he can't play football anymore. I hope he's expelled. I hope he can't go to prom. Why? Wait, why? Does that make you feel better? Do you feel better about yourself? If some random fucking kid you've never met before doesn't get to go to prom, you feel good? You feel like you accomplished something? Can you sleep better at night because as a result of that? Are your wounds healed? Okay? No, racism's over. I just killed it. It's done. Racism no longer matters. I've officially gavelled it out because nobody cares. And all these people are looking to do is just punish this motherfucker. That's all they're doing. Now, I'm not defending him because he's a moron, obviously. But people are putting the schools, contact information and saying call him and stuff like that. Someone claiming to be a teacher DM me saying that teachers don't actually support him and that the administration is investigating the matter until they have all the information. Going to keep amplifying stories regardless. Okay. So she's like, fuck it. I'm just going to keep doing it anyway.
Somebody in the comments said he got kicked out of the school. Is that true?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That he got.
Jesus.
Well, that the school released a statement saying he's no longer a student there. So I mean, it is insane. Like, you're going to get expelled for this. This is fucking insane. Liz Miranda did not have to give up her seat in the House of Representatives. This kid's got to give up.
A fucking slap on the wrist for her shit. Yeah.
It didn't even get mentioned by any media. Not a single media outlet picked up on it. They all read Turtle Boy. We all know that. How long did they cover up the Monica Cannon Grant story for? 2 fucking years.
Right.
2 fucking years. We know that they read this shit. So anyway, this woman's putting the stuff out. And go to the Jordan Joyle. So the kid's name is Jordan Joyle.
Joyle, yeah.
He sounds like a douchebag, you know.
I mean, look at his hair. Come on, dude. Like,
a guy named Jordan. No offense, Jordans. But anyway, it goes on. This is his Snapchat. He writes, I want to apologize for what I did. And I just didn't think it through. and I'm sorry, just didn't mean it. It wasn't right to do that. This kid cannot speak. This kid, obviously, he's limited as far as words. He's not good with words and putting them together in sentences. He's a fucking dumb jock. That's all this kid clearly is. His name, he's Jordan the dumb jock. He probably wasn't going to college anyway, so I don't think you have to worry about ruining his college, whatever. But he's obviously a fucking moron. And these people are like, lame ass apology. What the fuck do you care? How does this all affect your life if this kid gives a legitimate apology or not? Like, why do you care? He means he's sorry. He's getting called out. I'm so sorry doesn't cut it this time. Well, so that's why you don't apologize to the mob, by the way.
Yeah, because it's never good enough.
So what would be correct? Like what do you want from him? You don't really want anything. And then we have this state rep here. Again, adults who are being like, Trinity is a private Catholic school and an excellent example of why we should end private religious schools and invest in public education. So we should just get rid of private schools. Like, that's because one kid took a picture and posted it on social media a couple weeks ago, and we should get rid of That sounds legal.
That sounds like, sounds logical to me.
Yeah. What sounds legal? It's like, you just can't exist anymore. What do you mean? Yeah, you have to go to the public schools. Again, they love this idea because they want to be able to control you. The idea that you can go somewhere else besides the government schools is, they don't like that. You're getting off the plantation too much. So then this guy, Carlos Cardona LeBron. Oh, my God. This one, I just laughed out loud at this. We have a full-time job as BIPOC. Anybody who calls it BIPOC is a fucking loser.
Yeah, no, because most of them don't.
BIPOC, yeah. What is it? You probably use the word Latinx too, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
In New Hampshire, just fighting these schools and people that just want to be as racist as possible. Exhausting. I saw exhausting. Like, picture this guy. Like, picture him sitting at the key. Like, picture him going through his phone. He's on his iPhone, going through his shit, and it's just like. Then he's like, comes across his photo. He's like, I can't breathe. I can't. It's exhausting. I'm trying to breathe.
I need a nap right now.
Oh my God, the sign. This fucking stranger put a sign up, and then I saw it. I'm exhausted.
I had to take a sick day. I gotta
go. I'm exhausted. Dude, I mean, talk about these fucking. You should mock these people. You should laugh at them. Because he's not exhausted. He's just dramatic. That's all he is. You're a dramatic cunt. That's what you are. A dramatic cunt. And a pussy who likes to pretend that your life is so hard on your fucking iPhone because some fucking kid you'll never meet in your whole life put a sign up that you didn't like him. And look at it. Look at it. The reason I'm against anti-bullying campaigns is because bullying worked to an effect. Like kids like this, people like this, if they don't get stuffed in lockers, and if you don't give them swirlies and wedgies, they grow up to be like this. This is why bullying worked. You put Screech in the locker enough times, and he stops acting like a little bitch, right? And like that's what kids like this need to be bullied. They need to be mocked. They need to be made fun of, and then they correct their behavior. They're like, well, maybe I just won't act like a bitch anymore, and if I don't act like a bitch, I won't get treated like a bitch. That's all this comes down to. So he's a bitch. That's what these people are. Now they're
celebrated. When they grow up, they're celebrated people now.
I mean, just like we used to mock. You look stupid. You look like a fucking loser. You look like Steve Urkel. Like you should be mocked. But for some reason, you people have institutional power now. You little fucking fragile little bitches. Bitches are celebrated. I mean, enough of this shit. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it. So anyway, like I said, the kid ended up, I guess, being like thrown out of the school or something. But just this idea that racism is like the worst thing that I'm just done with it. This whole idea that like racism is I'm done with it. It's really not. I mean, it's not good to be racist. I'm not racist. But like someone else, some random fucking person putting something like that up, a sign like that, it's really not a big deal. It's just not. You shouldn't. You know the reaction you're going to get, so you probably shouldn't do it. I mean, why bring that upon yourself?
Right.
but it's really not a big deal, like at all. And the amount of viralness of this all, of like some random fucking kid doing that, it's just disproportional to what the actual problem is. There is no problem. It's stupid. The kid's gonna grow up one day and be like, "Oh, I was a moron.
That was
back
retarded.
then."
You should have done that.
Yeah, that was
exactly.
retarded, and that's that. Life lesson. So
like everybody else, yeah.
Yeah, he does look like Mr. Mackey. He really does. It's so true. So true. Okay.
I love it.
All right. So here's the deal. So I'm it's getting a little late, and I didn't do my Turtle Club on Thursday because
you suck.
I've had this cold for like 2 weeks, man. And it's like when I talk, the longer I talk.
Vid, dude. Finally, you got the vid. Did you test?
No. I don't test.
No,
why would I test? Why would I want to test for that?
Just do it.
I don't care.
It.
No.
You might have
normalizing
spreading it everywhere.
Normalizing COVID means you don't get tested for it anymore. You just know you're sick, so you just try not to be sick anymore.
Did you smell or anything? Or you taste?
No.
No.
You just have a cold. People have that sometimes. Like, yeah, I'm done with that. I'm done. Well, hopefully I am. So okay, so I'm out. I'm dead. You'll never see me again.
No, you just have a blue check mark. You can't die now.
I did have a blue check mark. That's true. Okay, why don't we end the show, guys, with a little Ask Turtle Boy? If you guys have any questions, fire away. I don't think we have any more donos here, so I don't have any more shout outs. That's cool. But I still love you all. Okay. Anybody have any questions they want to ask? Patriots look great today, man. I'm so sick of these people on Twitter with the negativity towards the Patriots. I'm so sick of it. Oh, it's the Lions, man. Well, the Lions aren't that fucking bad, man. They're really not that bad. They almost beat the Vikings. Like, they score 1 million points a game. They're the highest scoring team in the NFL. We shut them out. Our defense looks freaking phenomenal. Jack Jones looks great. Our front four, the amount of like pressure we're putting on quarterbacks now, we never did that before. We never did that. They look fantastic. So is Zappy? No. So Zappy is not, but I'll tell you one thing. He's his job, like when you put in the third string quarterback, your season's over. Like when the Cowboys did this, I think it was last year, the Cowboys didn't have Dak. Or was that 2 seasons ago? I forget. And then it's just like their season's over. The whole fucking season's just down the drain. Like, look at the Dolphins. Since they've lost Tua to the concussion, like they've lost twice. And they lost to they got cream piped by the Jets today. But with the Patriots, it's like when Belichick gets his back against the wall, he performs better than this is when he's at his best. And we're seeing that he's getting the most out of Bailey Zappe. Bailey Zappe's limited because he's small. He's like 5'11". He can't really run or scramble. And obviously he doesn't have the confidence yet to like take chances that like Maxman took a lot of chances. That's why he has so many interceptions. But Bailey Zappe looks like he's doing his job and he just doesn't look nervous. That's a big thing. Like you expect these people to just come in there, hold on to the ball for too long, get sacked, fumble. You know, like that's what Mac had been doing. That's why he's out, because he's just being reckless. And Bailey Zappe was just being careful. He looks like he looks good. He looks like he's there not to fuck shit up. He's not doing. And some of his passes today were on point, man. They were on point. The touchdown to Myers looked good, man. That interception with Aguilar, I mean, that was a first down. He should have gone 18 for 21 today with over 200 yards. And no interceptions and a touchdown. But the Aguilar just gave it to him. So that sucked. But it's funny, like Devontae Parker just disappeared. Not there today. Bourne just disappeared again. Jonas Smith just disappeared again. It's fucking weird. But you know what? It's a team sport. And we got a very favorable schedule coming up. We got the Browns next week. They suck. Give me a break with the Browns. Myles Garrett's fucking out because of the car accident. Come on, we're going to beat the Browns. Then we go to 3-3, and then after that we got the Bears, who I think are the worst team in the NFL, and then we got the Jets. We should win all 3 of those games, man. We should be 5-3, 5-3, and then you got the Colts, who I think are just classic mediocre. I think Matt Ryan's fucking. We're gonna have some fun with Matt Ryan. We always do. So I think we should be 6-3, and then obviously the meat of the schedule starts coming up after that. We got some tough games in there. I have to look at it again, but we obviously have Buffalo twice. That's going to suck. we should lose to them both times. We're not at their level, clearly. I'd have to look at the schedule about who else we have. We got Baltimore out of the way. We got Cincy still. They're obviously good. I don't know. Okay.
What's Kate's court date? People want to know.
Kate's court date has been moved to October 25th. So it was supposed to be this week, but she has a lawyer, and the lawyer has a conflict schedule, scheduling conflict. So it has been moved to the 25th. You can't go because it's a private hearing. The Boston police will be the ones. They are the ones who have filed for this criminal complaint. Again, Kate Peter is currently facing charges of violating a harassment prevention order against a woman who she stalked and threatened and harassed for months at a time and sent people to her fucking house to take pictures of it, and has also posted this woman's intimate photos all over her page. And by the way, she took them all down, and she took the whole show down. Which is weird because I
thought she didn't care.
I thought she wasn't going to be self-censored. I thought she told the police, "Ha ha, First Amendment."
I won't be censored. No.
Interesting. Very.
And when's Chrissy's court date? Next year, right?
Chrissy's court date is next year. I was going to make a little montage.
Right? Or March or something.
Yeah. No, it's not. No, it's It's coming up.
Is it?
It's coming.
What's next year? What the hell? When is next year? Oh,
Monica.
Monica, yeah.
Yeah, Monica. So let me see. I had some images here of some interesting messages I found between our old friend Shannon. I don't know if you guys are into this kind of stuff. I think it's funny. Let me see. Did I show you these already? The old Shannon.
No, I don't think so.
The Shannon messages, my text messages with her about Miss Kate Peter. I was going to do a video on this.
I don't think so.
Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I didn't send them in to us on the TV live chat.
You might have.
Who did I send them to? Did I send them to our friend from London there?
No, I don't think so. Why, are you talking to her behind my back, you jerk? Oh.
No.
So angry.
No, but did I? Are they
I'm not looking. I don't think so.
See if you can find them.
I'm looking through it, yeah.
I've definitely sent them somewhere.
Want to know updates on Tony Branch and what happened during the Kirkpatrick Zoom hearing?
I mean, I explained it already.
Yeah. That's what I thought. So let's see. Would it be like
grown ass? Yeah, she sounds solid as peanut butter. I got him somewhere. Let me pull. I can find them.
I'm looking at the chat. We have a lot of messages, so
just go to. You don't have to go through the messages. You just go through media files.
Yeah. Okay.
I got them in there somewhere. Hold on, I got some funny stuff here. I know you guys like this kind of stuff. All right, any other questions while I bring these up? I found them.
Planning on going to any Pats Homes games?
Not right now. Shannon wants to scissor me so hard. Yeah, okay. Good luck with that. Hold on. Okay, so let me see what all right. So let's see. So again, this is. I was looking for a disposition.
As far as what happened with like Kylie Kirkpatrick.
Okay, so in a couple more, it got delayed a couple more weeks while they figure out, I don't know, whether or not she has cancer, basically. All right, so this is Shannon. These are my text messages with Shannon. And I'm like, she's like, Kate. I'm like, I don't even know what we're talking about here. Brett gave it away. This is what she says about Kate. So this is faux shizzle in case the Peter eaters are out there wondering. This is what Shannon told me about Kate Peter. She says, this woman is like fucking herpes. I never thought I'd see Brett turn like that, though. Okay. All right. So what else did she say? She messaged me once about Kate and told me they were friends. So this is about Chrissy. So she's telling me about Chrissy here. She messaged me once about Kate and told me they were friends. she went at Randy when Leah and them did too. And then so she sends me a screenshot here of a conversation between them. And so this is Chrissy Yakimovsky here and her. So Chrissy says to Shannon, "Oh God." And then Shannon goes, "What? I thought you were laughing because shit wasn't good or something. I didn't realize Aidan blasted Kate again on his live last night. I hadn't had a moment to watch it. I haven't spoken to her since she sent me screenshots of me commenting on a blog. Aidan, I don't know how to friggin' spell it." And then she goes, "I would rather masturbate with a chainsaw," this is Shannon, "than ever speak to that wildebeest." This is what Shannon says about Kate Peter. Again, this is the co-host of the Kate Peter show. She says, "I would rather masturbate with a chainsaw than ever speak to Kate Peter." She's terrible. I don't know why you'd care how Kate is. So Shannon used to message me and say, "I don't trust Chrissy because she wants to know how Kate's doing, and Kate obviously sucks. So yeah." Then she goes, and this is how you know she's talking about. So Chrissy says there, "Hey, are you Shannon that's friends with Kate or was friends with her?" Okay, so that's how we know it's her. And then she sends me, again, this is not ancient history, folks. This is December. This is my birthday on 2021, December 26, 2021. I found a wicked old Kate screenshot. I go, "Let's see it." And so she sends me this. And it's a message that Kate sent her. And it says, "I think Turtle Boy is the only relevant news around, for the most part anyway. I work in residential property management, and a lot of our properties are around like Brockton, Bridgewater, down the Cape, etc. So much literal garbage I contend with on a daily basis. I appreciate Turtle Boy shaming the really egregious behaved ones." So she loved Turtle Boy until I shamed her because she was one of them. It turns out she's a ratchet too. Maybe I would do a show unless I'm being trolled, in which case, no, stupid idea, obviously. If I could find crazy enough people to troll on Facebook Live, I would really, truly enjoy it, though. Not sure I'd have more than a handful of viewers, but it would be fun. This is the greatest thing about Redford, because it's an admittance that, like, oh yeah, nobody would ever listen to it. Nobody would ever watch me. This is when she wanted to apply. So she thought Shannon worked for me. And she sends Shannon this message saying, "I think Turtle Boy is the greatest thing since sliced bread, but I don't know if he'd have me on here." So this is before she started working for me that she actually wrote this. It's great to see. And this is her sending me shit about Kate. Kate just registered a Taunton address. She was obsessed with Kate too.
Oh my God, dude.
And then I would get messages like this from her. She would always try to. The blue community is appreciative of all you've done shining lately. Slowly converting their fans. Like Shannon is like the official voice.
He's the reason why all police like you, yeah.
Bitch! The blue community. I'm converting them in. Bitch, they already been fans. What you talk about? And you don't know shit in the blue community. Shut the fuck up, you fake wannabe cop. So this is a group message I was in with Kate Peter. And Kate hated Shannon too. And so these are messages with Kate. This is a group we had called the Big Eight. And this is a former profile Kate had called Fred James that she has since deleted. And that's why it comes up with no profile pictures there. She goes, and so she's sending me screenshots of messages between her and Shannon. And she says, "I'm honestly surprised she still messages the page at all. When I was told at 9:30, like court officers find out a big scoop, and they got to say, we got to call Shannon and let her know so we can pretend to be important." So this is, we would all mock Shannon. Like, so Shannon, I know you're watching this and you obviously have no shame, so you don't care. So we were in this group, the Big Eight, and mostly the group just mocked you. Like 90% of the conversation, I can show you the whole screen. You like screenshots, we can go through the whole thing. It's mostly Kate and a couple other people mocking you and just kind of like laughing at you. Like you would send Kate messages and pretend to like be a cop and stuff and pretend to know people. And then she would screenshot them and she would share them in this group, and we'd all just laugh at you because you were a joke. That's what we did. Like Kate considers you a joke because you're a joke. And yeah, so there's that.
Yeah, you didn't show us these, Laura said, so I'm not nuts, you jerk.
Oh, I didn't. Okay. Well,
I have no idea who you sent them to then.
No. Okay. And then to show you this is Kate, it says, "Kate, you can't respond to her," one of the other people says. And Kate says, "Nope, she has me blocked on both accounts, which means she searched me to block me. Surprised she still messages. I'm sure it's because she is an unemployed DCF mom. So that's what Kate said about Shannon. She called Shannon LeBerry an unemployed DCF mom, which is accurate because DCF is involved in Shannon's life. It's kind of what her and Kate have in common. But they didn't like each other. And then so Kate sends another message here from Shannon Mary. And she says, oh my God, she's given bad information before, like a lot. She is really bringing up a vandalism case. I remember her info on all that. She said it's a woman from Jamaica Plain. And so did every single news source. So we would just be like, Shannon sent us bad information a lot. And we would just be like, this chick's such a fucking liar. And this is Kate saying she also has DCF cases. So apparently daddy doesn't have as much pull as she thinks. So daddy is her father, who's a Boston cop. Self-importance is legit the description that's dead on. It's really sickening. Imagine how controlling she is. I truly feel sorry for any man that gets sucked into her BS. Ouch! Ouch! Kate, that's so rude. I thought Shizzle was your friend. And this is me being like, I'm like, dude, fuck her. She's a cunt. And Kate saying it's Shannon Mary, officer DCF mom. And then this is my message. Now this is Kate using her real name. I'm working on one of the biggest video projects we've attempted to date in the middle of one of the busier work weeks I've had in a while. There is literally no point to this bullshit. These people suck. I know Ida enough to know she's a good person who more than likely meant no harm. So this is Kate talking shit about Brett now. She didn't like that Brett was turning on this woman named Ida. And then she goes, I wouldn't be surprised if Shannon Mary made a fake profile just to instigate shit because she loves this sort of shit. Okay. Yeah. So, and this is Shannon's fake profile, Boston Broad. She said, last year, documents I provided from my research led to the arrests of drug dealers, pedophiles, even a few sex traffickers. Can you believe that? She said that. She said she actually Boston Broad was her alias there. But yeah, you have to go beyond commenting on the internet to make changes. She's a really important person. So here's Kate sending me her information and basically saying, basically she doesn't live in Boston. She lives in Medfield. That trans running blog, this is Kate, really pissed me off. I want to start targeting schools that allow shit like that. So Kate's always calling me transphobic, but here she is being like, fuck trans people and their sports. I can't believe it's legal to allow. Honestly, when I have kids, I don't even know how I would react to that, especially if a natural born boy beat my daughter. I think I'd beat up the parent. And her maiden name is O'Laughlin and her married name is LeBerry. Okay. So there we go. So that's just more. So that's interesting. That's awkward right there, but I guess they're best friends. They're best friends, guys. You hate to see it. I never showed
Laura
you guys
called
that.
You a hussy. No, Laura called you a hussy because you're cheating on us.
Well, I'm working during the week, and it's like sometimes
bullshit.
I don't spend that much time on this. I'd love to have more time to just fucking make fun of these people.
Well, apparently you just sent text to some fucking person. It wasn't us, so I don't know.
Maybe it's myself then. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me
Likely
check.
story.
Somebody says check the donos. I don't see anything. I got a couple donos here. Oh, Kate Peter and Shannon LeBerry have both sent donos. Should we read them?
We should.
Okay, let me read this. So first one is from Kate Peter. It sent me $5, and it says Shannon LeBerry is a fulguranti. What's fulguranti?
I don't know, but do the define on that, man.
I'm gonna copy that, paste that. It is
just right click, dude. Right click. It will say define.
You can do that on a email.
Yeah, why the hell not? Right click that shit. Right click.
Yeah, are you seeing it?
No.
You don't see my screen with the fucking dictionary coming up?
No.
It doesn't come up.
All we can see is like the turtle chat thing. Your Gmail thing.
You don't see this that I see right here?
No, it's probably a different window, bro.
No, it's my fucking window. I'm looking at it right now. Dude.
No, it's literally like, I don't know, sweet. I'm telling you. All I can see is like you highlighted the word. That's all I see. It's just still the turtle chat email. That's it.
I'm going to show you what I see. So I'm looking on my screen. What I see here is me right-clicking it and getting a definition. So I don't know what to say.
Okay,
It
read
comes
us the
up-
definition then. Anyways.
Okay, so I'll read the definition. Okay. So does this highlight when I click this?
It highlighted before, yeah, but now it's not
Hold
highlighted.
on. Now I'm getting food computer. Okay, it's not a real fucking word. I don't even know if it's a real word. Anyway, so that's what Kate. It's my computer's fucking stalling now. Okay.
God, it was a virus.
Let me try. Okay, let me try that one there. So right click, look up fulgurante. It says verb, small growth area of tissue using diathermy.
What?
Okay. All right. Whatever that. I don't know if that's. So that's what Shannon says. Or Kate says about. So let's see. I got another donation. Oh, it's from Shannon. Shannon also sends $5. She says
it's every last buck this week.
She says Shannon LeBerry says Kate Peter didn't back the blue like me and my dead baby too. I speak for all cops when I say fuck Kate Peter. So again, Shannon, you didn't have a dead baby. That was made up. You miscarried like millions of women do every year. It's sad. It sucks, but it's not the same as having an actual like you didn't give birth to a baby. So you made that up, Shannon. And I know you made that up because there's no funeral. You also said there was a funeral for it. That never happened. I know that because I talked to your family, Shannon. I literally talked to members of your family who you're estranged from. They all reached out to me. We've seen the messages from your brother, the cop. He's embarrassed and ashamed of you. You'll notice that at your brother's graduation when he became a cop, your entire family's in all the pictures, but you're not. You're not. Because you're estranged from them. They want nothing to do with you. You embarrassed and shamed them and humiliated them for the last time. You have DCF in your children's lives. You haven't had a job in 10 fucking years. You got a job. You briefly worked at the Boston Police Department. They called you Dump Truck there. That was literally your nickname, Dump Truck. And then you fucking caused problems there and they fired you. And your dad is a cop and your brother's a cop and you still got fired from working at the Boston Police Department answering phones. So that's you, Shannon. Yeah, that's you, faux shizzle. So enjoy your time. Enjoy your time. Hope you're having a good time. That's what Kate really thinks about you. Kate fucking hates you. She hates you and you hate her. And it's a beautiful thing. And you both have to sit there and be like, we're best friends. We go to Applebee's together. Yeah, sure you do. Okay. Bretsky says if Kate has a dead baby, he'd sign that.
Whoa.
Oh, yikes. Well, Kate did tell some people that she had a dead baby. She told Pam Martin that and other people. So
maybe
yikes.
her and Shannon had the same dead baby if they shared it. Just pass it around.
Yeah. Oh, extramarital. Kate's favorite word, extramarital. Extramarital. Imagine thinking that, like, yeah, so I lost 2 of my kids and, you know, I'm a raging alcoholic and stuff. But this guy got his dick wet and that really is bad.
Even though I'm technically still married myself. It doesn't count.
Yeah, no, I'm married to another guy who lives in Montana. But yeah, extramarital affairs. It's very salacious. Very interesting to about that. Very. Okay, anybody else have any other questions before we call it a night? So thank you for the donors there, Kate and Shannon. Really appreciate that.
Lauren Laguna wanted to know if you have anything special so you want her to ask Ryan tomorrow.
No, I mean, it's your interview. I would like to know. I don't know.
If he's done, ask him if he's done.
That'd be my number one question. Like, are you done? Like, when does this end? That'd be my number one. When does this end?
Like, this congrats signal, like, you're all set. You, like, agree
like,
that you're done.
Do you ever stop? Are you ever going to stop? Or like, what's the plan here? Do you ever want to see your child again?
Do you ever plan on buying another suit?
Yeah. And, like, why don't you get a job? Like, why don't you get a job? Like, I don't understand that. Okay. And I'm like, how much communication did you have with Chrissy Yakimovsky, with Shannon LeBerry, with Kate Peter? I mean, how much communication did you have with them? I'd be interested in knowing that stuff. Yeah, she is married to someone else. Her name, Steve. She's married to a man by the name of Stephen Young, who kicked the shit out of her and impregnated her 3 times. The latter 2, after he kicked the shit out of her, she stayed with him because, you know, she said she needed 6 times to leave. I believe she said. Yeah, I did see that. The PayPal is threatening to. take $2,500. That sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen if they actually do that.
Right?
I want to know where he's living too. That's what I like to do.
Fucking at the tent and the address of the fucking cardboard box on the corner.
Yeah. So what Ryan will say is that he's like, he's doing all this for his daughter. Like, that's what he's saying. I'm going to protect her. Like, that's how insane. And he believes that. I think he truly believes what he's saying. So,
yeah, that's the creepiest part. Like, is that he thinks it's like right,
Oh, Gaffney. You got to interview Gaffney. That would be a bomb.
Yeah, do it but like don't mention Turtle Boy at all. Just pretend you're like a random.
Nah, he's not that stupid. He knows. He knows.
Yeah,
he knows who she is.
Tell him anyway.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, dude, do it. Get Gaff. That's got to be your next interview after. That can be your shtick, Lauren. You're like Katie Kirk of YouTube drama. You could be the one that goes around interviewing people. No, I don't. Did they? Huh?
What? Yeah.
I don't understand.
Oh, what? Waiting on him to respond for the one in New Hampshire?
No, I never responded. I forgot about that. To be honest, we'll see. Okay, I'm going to call it a night, guys. So it's getting a little bit late, but anyway, we'll talk soon. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you for the next episode. Watch the Rian Waters interview. I'll be watching that tomorrow night on Lauren Laguna's channel. And so go check that out. Subscribe to her. And we'll see you guys all on Tuesday nights for the next episode of Turtle Boy Live. Peace, Turtle Riders.
Have a good night, everyone.